Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear, and it has been an interesting day. I have an unboxing to do, which is good. This is what my day needed. I was supposed to go on a hike today, and I packed my pack full of knives and snacks and my water and everything ready to go, right? And I walked out the door, put my bag in the trunk, like I always do, and went to turn on the car and it wouldn't turn on. The battery was dead. So we have a second car that I haven't driven in months because we're both working from home right now. And anyways, I pulled up that car to jump the first car off of, and that car, because it had been sitting, it turned over just fine when I drove it to the back where our carport is, and then when I turned it off to then hook up the cables to the other one, I went to turn it back on and battery was dead. So then I had two dead cars sitting next to each other. So what was supposed to be a day filled with hiking and going to look for that fake strider that I threw off the cliff turned into a day of dealing with those things. So the hike is postponed. So is the search party for the knife. But in the meantime, because I am home and not up in the mountains right now, I was here as my package arrived. And I was real confused at first when it got delivered on my doorstep because it's got like a battery label on it. Not because I ordered anything with batteries in it, but apparently Spyderco, with their Factory Seconds Sale, was a little low on boxes. So this looks like it was a box that like an employee got something sent to them. It's like a Best Buy box that's got branded tape on it. So anyways, it is here, and I picked up a couple of things at the Spyderco Factory Seconds Sale. This is my first time buying any Factory Seconds Spydercos. I grew up going to the Cold Steel Factory Seconds Sale because they were not far from where I grew up. They're kind of corporate building there, and every year, myself and my dad and my brothers, we'd all hop in the car and we'd go over there. I think they held it in May. I don't know if they still do. But I'm familiar with buying Factory Seconds. I just haven't ever had a Spyderco one. So I picked up three things. That's cool. They even gave me a little printed receipt in here. It was a pretty killer deal at the end of the day compared to what these knives would have been if they weren't Factory Seconds. So here's the first one. This knife I got, frankly, with the intent to give it as a gift to one of my buddies. This is a basic, plain Jane PM2. Black G10, S30V. It is just a run-of-the-mill PM2. On Factory Seconds, they put this little notch, see if you'll be able to see it, right up there. Just a little extra notch just on that side to show that it is a second. As you can see on here, this was $53. Pretty freaking good for a fully functional PM2. I don't know what the defect is on this one. You know what's funny? I think it's the G10 color. Because one side of this, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but the clip side looks like regular black Spyderco G10, and then this side, it's like brownish, and you can see a clip has kind of been installed here or something, and there's like, yeah, it's like a really dark brown. That is funny. It also looks like it might just like have some Sharpie on it or something. Weird. Yeah, I think that's the only difference I can spot from a normal one. That is funky. Even looking at it from the side, it's like smoother on the edge than the G10 is. Or than the black G10 is. Weird. Okay. I'm going to go through these a little bit more. This is just an unboxing, but let's see if I can spot what all of the defects are in these. Let's just bubble wrap. Alright, this one I'm excited about. So that was the only one that I bought as a gift. I've got a buddy who, I've given a couple of knives now too. I gave him a rake knife a couple of years ago, and then I did a camping trip with him this summer up in the Redwoods, and I gave him the Spyderco Tenacious that I had gotten, and I think a PM2 is just like a great knife for someone to have, and to get one for $53, made it a no-brainer. So this is the chef knife. I forget what they called this one. Here, let me see. This one is called Chef's Knife Black Corian Plain Edge. So I think these handles are black Corian. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the material. It seems plasticky to me. But this is a Spyderco chef's knife. And this thing is sweet. I have some okay kitchen knives, which is funny because I have, when you really like break down how much money is in my folding knife collection and my fixed blades, I spend a lot of money on knives, right? It's kind of my thing. But then you go in my kitchen and it's all like not very nice knives. And so over time I think I'm going to change that. But this is a good starting point. This is one of the Seki City Japan knives from Spyderco. They've still got the spider hole. It's branded Spyderco. I don't know what the issue is on this one either. The way a factory second works is that it has to have a defect that doesn't affect performance, like it can't be a safety concern or something. So usually it's just something aesthetic, but I do not know what is wrong with this knife. Another one I'm going to have to kind of figure out. This is an awesome grind. It's VG10, says that right up here, and then on this side it says it's Seki City. This is really cool. Feels nice in the hand. This is definitely the nicest kitchen knife that I have by a mile, and factory second pricing this thing was $63. So seemed like a no-brainer to me. See if that will fit in my knife block. That would be cool. Alright, and then the last thing I got, also for me, I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to keep this long term, just kind of treat it like a user, or what I'm going to do with it, but I just couldn't pass it up for how much it was. It's a Maxum PM2, and this thing was $79. This is a $200 knife if it's not a second. And yeah, I don't know what the defect is here. Maybe I'll have to do a separate video if I can find what's wrong with these. They've all got the little notch in them. That proves that they're a second. It's not like they accidentally shipped me a normal one. But this one, the edge looks good. Oh, there's one. Okay, I think I see it on this one. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. Right, like here, right down there. There it is. There's a little nick in the blade that almost looks like, maybe kind of like a, I don't know how metallurgy works, but it almost looks like it was like a bubble or something that kind of got exposed when they ground it. So it's got that little dimple there in the blade. I doubt that that will affect my performance one iota. So that's cool. Now I have a Maxum PM2 for $79. It's a lot of knife for 80 bucks. And so this is going to be fun. Yeah, I probably will just keep this one and use it and beat on it and be fine with that. Maybe something that I throw some new scales on or something. Maybe I'll make it a fun project knife. I don't know, but it's pretty cool. And for $80, I don't know if there's a better user knife that exists than a Maxum PM2, in my opinion. So these are what I picked up. Got the mismatched G10, I think, black PM2. Got a PM2 with a little nick in the blade, and then a chef's knife that I don't know what's wrong with it yet. So let me know down below if you'd like to see a follow-up video as I dig into these a little bit more, see if I can find any other defects or anything. But this was a pretty sweet haul, I think. I really wanted to get one of the tomahawks, and they had two different tomahawks that went up, but I missed both. If you're not familiar with how their online factory second sale went, it was a little bit crazy. It took me, I think, like 2 hours roughly to get checked out with these three things, and I had other things in my cart that I was going to get, but they'd sell out, and the site was lagging so much and crashing so much that it was just really difficult to get checked out with stuff. But I'm really happy with these things that I got. So this is my haul. Pretty cool. anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one, and I appreciate it as always.